We're so in sync, Hank.
We are. We're like Joey Fatone and Justin Timberlake. Eunice, shut up! Can you see Daddy's trying to work?
And with that, welcome into the morning after.
Oh, no.
Has Eunice lost weight? Can you give the listeners an update?
She has not.
Has she gotten fatter?
I believe so. The holidays were not kind to her.
Is she like a scrap eater?
She's an eater. She's just an eater. I think some people are just predispositioned to be a little heavier than others, and I think she's just on the girthier side. But we love her just the same.
I agree with you, but she's not a person. She's a dog. And I don't believe those are, unless they're like a bulldog or something like that. Like a doodle, I feel like should not. Poodles are skinny, Hank.
She's happy.
All right. Well, moving on. Let's get right into our It's a Lots, because I had one today. I mean, good golly. And I feel like everyone can relate to this. I'm so tired of oh, wait, I can't say I'm tired because that has constantly been a headline. So I am so annoyed.
Well, how can you be tired? You're sleeping on that bed that gets you 14 hours of sleep a night.
I'm still trying to catch sleep from when we were all sick, also Cabo, all the things. So, but no, I'm really annoyed with bad drivers. And I'm not even talking like bad drivers. I'm also talking like selfish drivers. And here's what I mean by that. There is a fast lane. And if you're not needing to get somewhere quick, move over. Because there's people that behind you that might be in a hurry and might be running late and need to get there. But not only that, this is where it kills me. Okay, are you ready? You're at a stoplight, okay? And you're turning right, but the lane can go straight. And so you're the second car, and there is plenty of room in this lane to move over to the left or just scooch a little bit up so that the person behind you and maybe the line behind you can scoot by and go right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It absolutely fucking kills me when these people sit in the middle of the lane and I like give a little toot toot. Just like a little nice. I'm not like, unless you sit there for too long. But I'm like, a little toot toot. Hey, can I squeeze by? And they look in the back and they're like, I don't know. I can't move. I'm like, bitch, like move over. I don't understand it. It's just like I think about my surroundings when I drive. I feel like I'm a very good driver.
You are a very good driver. You are a good driver.
But part of being a good driver is you have to, what's it called? When you're ready for something coming at you, anticipate.
Correct.
To anticipate. You have to know there's others on the road. So when I'm sitting in that lane, I'm like, oh man, I'm going straight. I'm sure there's people behind me that need to go right. I'm automatically thinking, let me scoot as close as I can so that the person behind me can get to where they're going if they need to go right. Nope. No one in LA fucking thinks about anybody else on the road. It's like, everyone's just, and I swear LA traffic, I've said this before, but it is solely because people are assuming there's going to be traffic. So they just slow the fuck down. Hank, there's no reason for it. I don't understand. All of a sudden
it's like you sit there backed up for an hour and then you get up to the thing where it was backed up and there's nothing there. Or there might be one car on the side of the road and everybody stops to kind of gaze at that car and it's a ripple effect.
Yes, but that happens everywhere. I'm talking like people will just drive 40 miles an hour on a highway because they think they're going to hit traffic. I'm not kidding. It's the wildest shit out here. But I'm so annoyed with bad drivers and just selfish drivers. Think about the people around you. My mom, and I love my mom, but she wasn't as patient as me. And you guys know I'm not patient at all. She would lay on that damn horn, get out of her way. If you're in the left lane, and we're always late. So, she was always trying to fucking speed shit up. But anyways, I sat behind a woman for, I don't know, 5 minutes it felt like as we waited for the light to turn green when she could have easily just scooted her ass over. I'm done.
Yeah, I did hear, and this might not be confirmed, but I heard that for the A-list celebrities like Brad Pitt, that there's a whole underground underneath LA and they just drive around everywhere.
Yeah, did we talk about this on this podcast?
We did kind of once, and it's never been confirmed or not, but I
Like
feel like
the Starbucks worker that worked down there was the one who let us know. Wasn't that
correct.
it?
There's a private Starbucks. There's an Equinox. They have a whole thing going on. So maybe you just need to elevate a little bit and then get down there.
Yeah, I'm going to need all the listeners of this podcast to bring up the celeb status so I can get asked to go in the tunnels.
My it's a lot is very short and sweet, but I'm going to get back to yours in a minute because you kind of took me by surprise. That's not where I thought you were going. But mine is just that I am physically, humanly frozen and I can't take it anymore. And I'm depressed. And it's that cold part of winter that anybody in the Midwest, East Coast feels what I'm saying. Like, you know where I'm feeling. And then when I talk to lovely people like you and Cabo and Sam and Palm Beach, I can't decide if it helps me or hurts me. But I'm at the point now where I just want to cry. But then I sat at a stoplight yesterday and Judge and I were talking and I said, it is so bitterly cold. It is, my face hurts, my lips hurt. There's no exposed skin, cold. And he said, you know what? No earthquakes, no wildfires, no hurricanes. We can ride this out for another 8 weeks. We're good.
That's,
and I'm you know what? I'm okay with it this year. I'm okay.
Yeah. And it is true. Like we're about to get, Kiera and I were talking about right before we got on the podcast, like these clouds are rolling in and we're about to get a lot of rain and there's gonna be a lot of mudslides because of the fires, which they're doing their best to proactively prepare for it. You know, they're putting all the cement, like things that stop the mud from going certain places. But like the amount of fires we had, you can't stop it. It's gonna, my heart is breaking already because I know there's homes in the way and there's gonna be things lost. But yeah, I agree with Judge. I have a question. Do you think living in the cold, when your face is in that cold and it's frozen, do you think it's like cryogenic therapy for your face? Like,
no.
Are you de-aging?
No, it is not. I'm not de-aging anything. Sometimes it's hard for me, like if I'm doing live shots or stuff, but our boss is wonderful.
Gosh.
She's like, if it's cold, people don't want to see you out there when we're telling people not to go outside. So it's like logical thinking, but like, it's not fun. It's not fun cold.
Wait, it's like cold for like to the fact that they aren't allowing people outside or telling people to stay
people
inside?
go outside, but like sometimes like for TV, you have to stand out there for several minutes at a time. And she's like, listen, if it's 20 below, don't stand outside. Just we'll figure it out. You know, like
no.
But I need a little break from it. But here's where I thought your brain was, and we haven't talked in a couple of days. And you know, whenever football things pop up, my phone starts blowing up and a week ago, it was, is Matthew retiring? Is Matthew retiring? And now it's, is Matthew going to be traded? And then they follow it up with friends of mine will say, well, Matthew and Kelly would never leave LA because they love LA and they just, they love their house and everything's good in LA. Where's your brain with all this? Because it's making my brain go crazy and I'm not living it every day.
You want to know the easiest way to eat healthy? It's Hungry Root. Hungry Root is like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped in one. But one thing, it's cheaper and easier. They take care of the weekly grocery shopping, recommending healthy groceries and meals tailored to your taste, nutrition preferences, and health goals. And they just make it easy to eat high-quality, good meals, guys. Shopping, planning, and cooking food really can be simple and stress-free. I know that sounds crazy because it sounds like the most stressful thing to me. But after using Hungry Root, I've realized it's not. Just tell them about your goals and preferences, and they fill your cart with personalized recommendations that get smarter as they learn more about what you like or didn't like. They also have healthy groceries like smoothies, kid snacks, sweets, ready-to-eat meals, salad kits, and even supplements. You're going to love Hungry Root as much as I do. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/morningafter and use the code morningafter. That's hungryroot.com/morningafter, code morningafter to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. hungryroot.com/morningafter, code morningafter. I honestly wasn't planning on discussing this, but hell, why not? Okay. This is tough. I'm just going to start from you. Matthew, you guys know this, like true professional, always falls on the sword for his team, leader beyond. I mean, he's a coach in that building. He's helping everyone do everything. And he's just like one of those guys that you root for because he does everything right. Like he's never gonna, be in the media for saying something wrong. His wife is all the time, but he will not do it. Kids can look up to him. I mean, there's so many positives, but here's the thing. I love the city of LA. I love the city of LA. I love living here. It's sunny. Now there's mudslides and there's earthquakes and,
sure,
yada, yada, yada.
But you have worked to build a life there.
100%. And I love the life that we have built here.
Yes.
With that being said, I love an adventure. I am all for it. And in today, like right now, if, the Rams decided that they wanted to trade him, or Matthew decided he didn't want to play for the Rams, I'm good. Listen, move my family. Yeah, that might be tough. First month, hard. Okay. After that, turns out I like my kids to learn how to be resilient.
Yeah.
And moving them is not easy, and it'll be hard. But I also have 4 girls who have 4 built-in best friends. So it ain't that difficult.
I remember when you left Detroit, you thought, I could never leave Detroit. I can't leave Detroit. We were sitting on a park bench crying. Mm-hmm. You got to LA, you were okay.
Yes.
So it takes time, obviously. Yeah. There's an adjustment. There's an adjustment for you. There's an adjustment for him. But I thought that there was this kind of perception out there. And, I'm not as plugged into the NFL world. I'm just plugged into my friends that I love. Yeah. That a trade wouldn't be something that would be of interest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not, the ball's really not in our court in that.
Yeah. Okay. That's how it works.
But I value being respected and wanted over convenience. So it would be very convenient to stay, right? Very easy. But if someone doesn't feel valued, then I'm like, let's hit the road. Let's go on an adventure. Because turns out, like, if I have my husband and my kids, I'm good. Yeah. Like, I don't need anything else. Yeah. And so, you know what? Again, do we want to be in LA? Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot has to happen. My husband has never, wants to win. He's not trying to put a team in a bad situation. If you're catching my drift, you're catching my drift. He wants to win. He's on the end of his career. Wants to win. But there has to be a slight feeling of being valued and respected. And I will say that the trading away of Cooper, I guess I'm just I'm confused because we were one play away from going to the NFC Championship. And I think if we go, we win. Mm-hmm. Then you're in the Super Bowl. And I think we have a chance against Kansas City. One play away. And all of a sudden now in the offseason, you're talking about trading your veteran wide receiver who has been a pillar in this place for 8 years since he got drafted and does far more than people know. I'm talking he's a coach in himself too. Mm-hmm. And there's now talk about trading your quarterback away. I don't get it. It confuses me, but you know what? Again, I'm up for an adventure. Yeah. Why not? Who's to say I'm not going to fall in love with another city and my kids aren't going to experience how to live in a different place with different people? I mean, I think that's lessons that not a lot of kids get and are pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. This is a guy who's playing at the top of his game still. Especially when you look at those last 7 games for the Rams, 7-8 games. I mean, Matthew is on fire, and he has the desire and the passion to win. And he is still the same leader than he was 10 years ago. He just has that determination and that desire to be successful within him. But what you're explaining, I think, is something so many people can relate to. You don't have to be an NFL star to get it. Whether it's your company, whether it's your family, you want to feel valued and loved. Yeah. And if you're going to give it 100%, you kind of want to feel it on the other side too. So, I mean, I get what you're saying. And I think that you've made it clear. You love LA, the Rams, the opportunities, the Super Bowl. Those are all wonderful things.
Yeah.
But you just want to be able to feel like, you know what, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And it's because they want me to be here. So we'll see how it plays out. I'm excited for you no matter what. I'm excited for people to stop texting me about retirement, about trades, about whatever. I mean, but this has been going on for years. And you know me, I'm like, well, I don't know.
Yeah. And I will say, like, we want to be here, but I'm not scared of going elsewhere. And I don't think he is either. Yeah. So that's how I'm going to end it with that. So
yeah, and I think it's interesting when you talk about him kind of not getting that respect. A lot of that just hinges on who he is as a person. He's not a hey, did everybody see what I did this season kind of guy?
Yeah, I know.
mean, that's just not how he rolls. So
it sucks. And you know what sucks about this league is I feel like the people who get the most like glory or, respect are the people that make the most noise about what they do. And that's just not my husband. Like he is like I said, a team first guy. If he threw 5 touchdowns and threw for 500 yards and his team lost, he'd be like, yeah, it was my fault.
Right.
I threw that one pass that hit the ground. And I shouldn't have thrown it. I mean, like, that's why it's who he is. And I love him for it. But I'm also, I am ready. I feel like I have to be the dog in this situation, being like, I want the respect for him that he deserves. So, anyways, that's where that is.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why when you told me your it's a lot was just bad drivers, I'm like, really? Because my it's a lot is answering questions about Matthew all week long. Why don't I just say that that's my it's a lot?
Yeah, you should.
You people don't understand. I can't take 5 steps in Detroit without, because, all the boys are watching the Sports Center and the Steven, what's his name all the time. And
I know.
So the minute there's some news on something, I'll be at the, the Target trying to buy Emma a shirt and somebody's like, what's going on with Matthew? I'm like, who's Matthew?
It's a good response.
It's not in my head at the moment,
I know. I was going to kind of just slide past it, but you know what? It has been upsetting me. And so, yeah, I'm kind of just glad I aired that out. There we go.
Good.
It's over.
And if anybody asks me anything about his career, I'm just going to say,
no means no.
That's good. I need one of those buttons.
Yeah, I'll get you one.
That button. Okay,
I'll get
thank
you.
Valentine's wasn't my favorite holiday, but it is slowly becoming one. And that's honestly because of the SKIMS Valentine's store. If you guys have not been on skims.com, I really don't know why. I've told you guys how Controller Love is, and I'm not lying. There is nothing better than her Fits Everybody collection. Not only that, I wear her lounge set. I mean, I have a few of them, more than probably anyone else does, more than her. Matthew laughs because we know we live near her, and he's like, I mean, maybe put on something else every time we see her. You're in her stuff. I don't care. I really don't care. It's incredible. I love it. Not only that, the push-up bra. I don't know about you guys. Every push-up bra has hurt me my entire life. I don't know. Maybe I'm cranking them too high. I don't know. But her push-up bra is so dang comfortable. I could wear it to sleep if I wanted to. So if you have the internet, shop Skims Best Intimates, including the Fits Everybody collection and more at skims.com and also in Skims stores. So even if you don't have the internet, after you place your order, be sure to let them know that we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. And if you're looking for the perfect Valentine's gift for you or for someone else, Skims has just launched their best Valentine's shop ever, available in sizes for women, men, and also kids.
I am head to toe Kardashian right now.
You're in Skims?
I'm in Skims, and I love it.
How good is it?
It's so good. Judge's stepmother Eva and his dad Jay bought for my Christmas gift, and it's got a skim like a little hoodie, and it's got the track and the pants to match. The hood looks a little rough. It's not my best one.
Is it the lounge set? Is that what that is? I'm telling you,
so comfortable.
It's one of the easiest ads I read because I'm like, I don't like, you guys just have to try it. Like, it feels like wearing butter.
I was very skeptical. Butter. And there's a Skim store now on 5th Avenue.
Oh, on Fifth Avenue. I thought you were
just in
about to say
case
in
if you're
Detroit.
ever in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, I literally thought you were about to say in Detroit, and I was like, really?
No,
That
no.
is
Kimmy K hasn't made it
Detroit's.
here yet. Yeah.
She's coming. She's
Yeah.
coming. That place, you know. Okay. Also, we need to talk about the Grammys. I feel like.
Yeah, did you see? Well, I was going to transition to Kanye, but he yelled at a reporter because he's Yee.
Oh, sorry. Yee.
Yeah.
Respect. Yee. Sorry. Yeah, I think everyone saw Yee and everything on his wife. I mean, what is happening?
Well, by everything you mean nothing.
No, I mean, I'm talking. We saw everything. We saw her. What, like, isn't there a law like public indecency? Are you allowed to do that?
I personally thought it was very sad to see because
No,
I feel like it's a desperate cry for attention, number one. And number two, it's also very inappropriate.
Wildly inappropriate.
Wildly.
Like, what? Like, I'm sorry. I can see your vagina.
Mhm.
And that is not something I was expecting to see tonight.
No.
Like, let alone, it was very nice. She's a great body. Let's just put that out there.
Wow.
Wow. But like, even the gays. Wow.
Even the gays were like, wow. And I also thought to myself when she was getting ready, which let's face it, it probably took her longer to get ready naked than it would take somebody to throw a dress on.
100%.
Did she fast for a week? Was she on the Zeps and the Manjaros for the last few months? Like, how do you get ready for that appearance?
I don't know. It is very sad. I'm wondering what her mom and dad are thinking. Like, where are they? Like, what's happening there?
Yeah.
I always think about my daughters. Like, God bless the parents when something like this is happening to their daughter. But like, here, at what point are you going, you know what? Maybe it's not the best that I walk on the Grammys red carpet, regardless of what my husband says, who is wild. Maybe, I should cover up my vagina lips,
Yeah. And then, like, what does she wear to the Oscars?
Oh, when are the Oscars? Shit. Here's my thing. Were they not invited? Because I saw like differing opinions on this. Like, they weren't invited, but they also weren't asked to leave, like everyone thought. Or
I
were they
guess
asked
they
to
weren't
leave?
asked to leave, but now there's this debate that's been out there on the X and the other social medias about whether Kanye should even be invited to the. Now, listen, I think everybody agrees he's a genius on certain levels, musically and with business. He's a very smart guy, but with his previous actions and comments that he has allegedly made about certain groups of people, should he really be invited into these spaces? I mean, that's not for me to say, but I'm just like, whoa, there's a lot of dynamite there. And
I mean, I think it is for us to say, no, he should not be invited. I'm sorry. When you make those types of comments, you should be banned. You can't, I don't know. I'm out. I'm so out.
I mean, if that doesn't get you canceled, what gets you canceled anymore? I mean,
What happened to getting canceled these days?
I
got canceled for throwing a pretzel. And we're not getting canceled for fucking nudity on the Grammys red carpet and comments that are crazy? What the fuck? That's a double standard.
Here's what the Grammys do for me every single year. The Grammys remind me that I'm getting old.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
Well, hold on. Now, one person two did not look old. I expected Jennifer Lopez to look great, which she did.
Amazing.
Heidi Klum?
She's like 52.
Holy shit. When she was in that little act with the Boone guy, who's fantastic.
Yeah.
I was like, she looks fucking younger than I do.
She looks amazing. And J-Lo is just a freak of nature.
Yeah, J-Lo I expect, though, to be honest. I really do expect that.
Well, Heidi Klum's a supermodel.
But, yes, but Heidi Klum and I have somewhat of the same complexion. And, the wrinkles tend to be a little tougher to fight.
Yeah, I mean, she's German. She's not like getting like some great like ancestry, but I think
it's tough.
I think once the velvet rope is lifted for certain people, there's a community, I believe, much like underground Los Angeles, where they all text these same doctors and they all have the same thing. I mean, none of it's just happening naturally. It's just, they're not going to the Calabasas strip mall.
Again, we need you guys to make us bigger celebrities so we can get access to the doctors. Fuck the underground tunnel. We want access to the doctors. That's all we need. Make me look like Heidi Klum when I am 52. All right, guys, I remember when I'd wash my hair and I would, pull the water through trying to get all the water out and the clumps of hair would come out. And it really freaked me out. But ever since I started taking Nutrafol, that has not happened. I've not had the full, hairball in my hand ever, like 3 months into taking Nutrafol. And it's been honestly an amazing experience. I can't complain at all. My hair is thicker and it feels healthier than ever. Obviously, you guys think I have extensions. I do not. My hair has just been growing at an incredible pace after starting to take Nutrafol. So I feel like I really don't need to tell you too much about it. Like the evidence is in the hair. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. Start your hair growth journey with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and a free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the code morning after. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code morning after. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code morning after.
Did you watch the whole show? I know Matthew typically likes to watch it. Did you guys watch it?
He loves the shows. We did. He looked at me. We watched most of it. We didn't get through all of it.
Were there performances you liked?
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, I never heard a song that Doechii has ever done. That was amazing, and I love the song, amazing. Yeah. And then I liked Sabrina Carpenter's. I thought she put on a show, which was fun. I'm trying to think who else performed. I can't even honestly. Oh, all the new artists were incredible.
I enjoyed, and I now have been listening to this song because once I hear a song that I like, I will play it to the point where I hate myself. Like I'll just keep playing it and then my Spotify list comes out at the end of the year and I'm like, what? I'm such a loser. But that, and I'm going to say her name wrong. Chappell Roan.
Oh, with her, she was a little intimidating looking. Like she had that makeup and I was like, the girls were like, Mommy, why? And they didn't mean it, but they were like, what's going on? And I was like, she likes makeup. I didn't know. I was like, I don't know.
Well, she looks a little clownish. She likes to draw a lot from the drag scene, so her makeup is very like. I researched her at like 4 a.m. and so.
Okay, they did say clown, but I didn't want to. Yeah. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to be rude. But they were like, "What's happening here?" And I didn't know the answer, nor did I want to like figure it out. So I was like, you know what, we're just gonna fast forward through that. But the everyone rips their clothes off at the Grammys, while they're performing, and so the girls are like. And my girls are very into wearing bras and shorties right now. I don't know. I'm not sure. Actually, I do know why, and I'll tell you why in a second. But they're like, Mommy, Doechii, why did she rip her clothes off? Why is she in her bra and underwear? And the only thing I could come up with is she's an adult. She can make those decisions. She knows the consequences and and whether there will be consequences or not to that, but you are a child. You cannot rip your clothes off. Do not think you can. Now, the reason they have been wanting to show their bellies now, this is a new thing, right? The crop top situation, all that. I've tried to be more cognizant about this and not wearing anything that shows my midriff. Is that what you call it? Yeah. Midriff. They were very excited to see Taylor Swift. Also, everyone thought the T was for Travis. Did no one think the T was for Taylor?
I did not, because I don't think that she is kind of like a look at me, I'm Taylor. I think she was like trying to say like my boo can't be here right now, and I'm kind of holding him close to my inner thigh, I guess. I don't know. I thought really? I just, what's so wonderful about her is she looks so stinking normal compared to everybody here, but if she showed up like at, like Ralph's grocery store, you'd be like, what is that woman wearing? But on that red carpet, she looks so, when Jaden Smith is showing up with a house on his head and And, and
my kids were like, what's that? I was like, I don't fucking know. I don't know the answer to these questions that you're asking
me. Now, see, this is what's very interesting to me, because I would think to myself, well, my child would never be up to watch her. I forget that things on the West Coast air at like 4 and 5 o'clock.
Yep. We're up and we want to watch them. Yeah. I know. And again, it's tough to watch with kids. I wouldn't recommend it. But going back to Taylor, they were so excited. And I will say, the fact that she was on her feet all night, I am wondering how her calves and her soles of her feet feel, because the heels she was wearing were not small. They were like, I'm very, very impressed. Also, if I was Taylor Swift, I would fucking rock a tee for myself. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the baddest bitch in this room, and I'm going to represent myself.
I loved her. I was very happy that Cowboy Carter won, because I haven't really. Yes, I've enjoyed that this whole year. I've played Jolene like 500 times.
You do know Jolene is like a song that every country artist sings, right?
Right, but I like the way she kind of spun it a little bit.
Okay. I wanted to make sure you knew that before we were just like getting on Jolene. The only song I know of that album is
Texas Hold'em.
Yes, Texas Hold'em. And to be honest, like I listened to it, and I am a true country lover. Like I grew up on country, so that wasn't my cup of tea country, but obviously it was a lot of people's. Now I'm going back to the Taylor Swift moment one more time, because my kids were so excited to see Taylor Swift. Like that was like a thank goodness they see her, and it's like very normal and we don't have to explain it. And then they go, Mom, where's Britney Spears? Hank, they have a new obsession with Britney Spears.
How?
And I looked at Matthew, I was like, do I tell her that she's in Mexico, probably naked on the beach and thinking she's 5 years old?
How did they get into Britney?
So randomly one day I was like, let's watch what mom, because we were watching Taylor, and I was like, let's watch another female artist, and I was like, oh, I don't even know any other female artists right now. So I was like, Carrie Underwood, but her stuff, there's music videos. I'm like, what are fun music videos? Ooh, Britney Spears.
What'd you play?
Stronger.
Oh, that's a good one.
Baby One More Time. Sometimes racy. I run some. Yeah. Okay, it is racy. This is where the crop top situation's coming back and biting me in the ass. But I'm not going to lie. When they go outside and they go on the trampoline, they say, Mommy, will you put on Britney Spears so we can put on a performance? I don't hate it, because I know every word.
What's your favorite Britney video?
What is the one? It's not Dirty, because that's Christina Aguilera, but it's the one that's like that. What's yours? Do you have one?
Yeah, I have two. Well, a live performance, the one with the snake when she, the whole thing.
Yes.
Video, I'd say Toxic.
Ooh, that's dicey. We watched it. She's like shoving men into the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good song. Like Toxic is a good song. I mean, listen, I think there were very few. Britney could kill it. Like she had the poses, the looks, the dances. She was like tight. And then,
Do you think if she went on tour today, like her shit would sell out?
I think there would be a big interest in her to do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I also think like you'd have to like come out of the gate really strong. Like if she comes out and it's like she's a mess, like she was during that one Gimme More performance from the MTV VMAs, where I still remember I was in London and I saw it and I was watching it and my jaw dropped, and I was like, I still remember the feeling. Like I was sitting there with like these bangers and mash in London and we were watching it live, and I was like, I can't even eat. I'm so physically upset about Britney's bad performance that I can't enjoy this meal in London because I was so upset. She looked horrible.
Yeah, I don't remember that performance.
Please go back and watch Britney at the VMAs.
I don't want to watch it.
Britney's Gimme More performance at the VMAs. It kind of looked like she just had woken up, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm on TV," and she was like, that. She was like, that was her choreography. Was this? Give me more.
Well, we now know that there's definitely some stuff happening. Yes.
Yeah.
And I will say, if Brittany, if you come back on tour, I'm going to have to buy 5 tickets because my daughters are going to be like ecstatic.
You're going to have to buy 6, girl, because I'm coming with you.
True. Uncle Hake's coming. My girls will be pumped. All right, ladies, have you ever felt off? You just feel a little different, just not yourself. That was me for a while, but honestly, I started taking Hormone Harmony from Happy Mammoth, and this company, Happy Mammoth, is all about women. They have a lot of products. I really encourage you to go look at their website. Not only that, they have a 2-minute quiz if you're not sure where to start. But you guys know hormones. If your hormones are off, it throws everything off. It throws your body off. It throws your just equilibrium off. And so being able to regulate your hormones is huge. And this is why I've loved Hormone Harmony. Just like the rest of their products, they only use science-backed ingredients that have been proven to work for women. They make no compromise when it comes to quality, and that it really honestly shows. I mean, this has helped me with hot flashes, night sweats, my low moods, racing thoughts, which I know we all have when we climb into bed. Really, it has been a godsend to me. So for a limited time, I just wanted to partner with them because I wanted you guys a chance to try it. You can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use the code Kelly at checkout. Again, that's 15% off site-wide. It's only for your first purchase. And the promo code is Kelly at happymammoth.com. Okay, wait. We also have to talk about this Blake Lively, Justin, Baldoni, thank you, Kira, situation.
He has a website now.
Is that where he released all the text?
Yeah.
Okay. And are they dropping the lawsuit now?
No.
Oh, they're not dropping it. That was speculation.
I don't think so.
There was speculation that Blake and Ryan were dropping the lawsuit.
I have a feeling that Blake and Ryan had no idea that it was gonna like get to this point. And it's, again, we talked about this before. It's a new era of living. Like, if you're gonna come at me here, I'm gonna come at you there. There's no more just like I'm letting the lawyers battle it out. It is insane. But it's so fascinating. And I really don't have a horse in the show or a dog in the pony, or what do they call it?
Dog in the fight.
Yeah, I don't have one of those because I'm not. Other than thinking Ryan Reynolds is cute, I don't really have, really thoughts on them necessarily.
Yeah. Okay, I don't understand why you'd file a lawsuit knowing that he has everything in his fucking iPhone. Like, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, this has gotten very public. It's very ugly. And I will say, like, if Blake doesn't win this lawsuit, I do feel like it's like that's going to make it tough for her to get a job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can't. So I pray that, like, I don't even know what I pray because I don't like anyone getting like hurt or, taken advantage of or anything. But I obviously just hope that the person that is innocent in all this wins. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the one thing I know I can guarantee in my life is that when I do pray tonight, I don't think Blake Lively's falling into my
I got you, Blake.
I think she puts together a nice red carpet look. I don't think she's in my prayers to Jesus. But
like, what if she's not invited to the Met Gala, whatever the fuck it is?
Oh yeah, she's a Met Gala. Her and Sarah Jessica Parker are kind of my staples where I have to.
They are staples.
They're staples, yeah.
And they're
I'd like
stunning.
it if you could become a staple at the Met Gala. That'd be
again,
a lot of fun.
Listeners, we really gotta up this podcast, No, but that whole thing's just wild to me. I really don't understand it because I'm wondering what the hell actually happened. You know what I mean? I feel like you can't believe either side. It's like
you don't
politics.
think you could get invited to the Met? Why can't you get invited to the Met Gala? You could get invited to the Met Gala.
First and foremost, I have no fucking style. So there's that.
Everybody who goes doesn't run out to the local Macy's and buy their dress. They have a team that you hire people to put together your look.
There's no shot that I could get invited to the Met Gala.
That's not true.
Though. And I think Matthew, he'd be like, "You're telling me I have to wear what?" Like no, it just wouldn't work. He'd show up, he'd be very classic, which I think there's a place for that. Love that. But one of us would have to be this, I feel like, I don't know, interesting. And why do I have to do it all the time?
Well, you have to dress to whatever the theme is.
Yeah. See, Hank, no, I love you so much. Why don't you go to the Met Gala? Gala. Is it gala or gala? Gala or gala?
I say gala.
Can you say gala?
Gala.
It's
gala.
Not, you can't, but gala is like unacceptable.
Let me see.
Was your mind
say gala?
Was your mind blown about the car seat thing?
That you beat me?
That it was so unanimous. It was crazy.
I will tell you, the small village of people who are like-minded like me are very tight, and I felt a lot of support from people who were also like.
There's the car seat fireman or fire station community is very supportive. Yeah,
the messages didn't.
I don't think of you.
Yes, and I don't think and I read as many as I could. I don't think that they intended it to say this way, but they basically, the tone of their message was, don't worry, I'm stupid too. And I was like, there was something else I lost too. I sent Kiki a video where Judge was carrying this bag, and I said, that's a woman's purse. And he's like, no, it's a man's satchel or whatever it's called. And he's like, Google it. Well, sure enough, he was right too. I just got killed everywhere.
Judge has a satchel.
Kiki, what would you say that it's called?
I would have called, let me get on the mic. I would have called that, well, a lot of people wrote in and called it a merce, which I am just choosing to call because that's a hilarious word. But I would have called that a bag. Just a bag.
Okay, wait. Was that your first time ever hearing merce?
Yeah.
You've never heard merce?
No.
That's my generation thing.
Really?
A man purse? Yes, a merce.
Yeah. If you didn't see it, Kelly, it's this.
Was it crossbody? Is it crossbody?
No.
It's Louis. It's fine.
Sam called it a tote.
It is a tote. That is technically a tote bag.
And it's listed in the men's category.
Yeah, that's man. You think a woman's going to be carrying that around? I mean,
said,
not that you can't.
I said, why are you carrying a woman's purse? And he said, that's not a woman's bag. It's a man's bag. Google it.
I absolutely agree with him there.
So
I just 1,000%.
I lost all over the place.
All right, when you guys go do an activity and you have something after, like what are your plans so that you might not smell? And I'm talking like a physical activity. I mean, I play tennis in the morning and sometimes I go get lunch. I'm like, ooh, what am I going to do? This is why I love Lumi deodorant, because I don't really have to think about it. I spray it on and you can spray it anywhere. This is a deodorant that was developed by an OBGYN. And she wanted to make sure that everywhere smelled great, which aren't we grateful for that? It's a sweat control deodorant, 72-hour odor and sweat control for your pits, privates, and beyond. The spray deodorant, it's aluminum free and ideal for hard to reach places. It's baking soda free and paraben free, and it's pH balanced for safe use below the waist. You know what I'm saying? I love this stuff. I love the starter pack because it gives you the wipes, and I do love the wipes. So as a special offer for listeners, new customers can get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code. And if you combine the 15% with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off their starter pack. Use the code MORNINGAFTER for 15% off your first purchase at lumideodorant.com. That's code MORNINGAFTER at LUMEDEODORANT.com. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Lumi. All right, we're gonna have to wrap this up, and I hate that because I just feel like we spent so much damn time on me venting. I apologize for that. I had a dad to daddy moment with Matthew. So he's done this one other time, and I actually might have shared it before, but I have been just like struggling to sleep. I think with a lot of things going on, I tend to, I lay my head on a pillow and my mind goes a million miles a minute, and Matthew lays his head on a pillow and just like, so anyways, I've been struggling to sleep with everything going on. And, this morning he had he grabbed our whiteboard that's on wheels from downstairs, brought it upstairs, put it in front of our door that he closed, and said, "Do not wake mommy. Daddy is downstairs." And I woke up this morning like, what happened? Because it's school day, you know. And I don't miss school days because I'm just so used to being up, and I could like hear them leaving, and I was like, what's happening? And I walk outside and almost drill the whiteboard, and I walk around it, and I was just like, see, I married a good one, and he's just
really did. You lucked out.
I did. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but also like my want to protect him is big because I know how good of a guy he is. So, anyways, it was very sweet, and I did get like an extra hour, which was needed, and so hopefully, you know, tonight when I lay in my sleep number bed, my mind won't be turning. It probably will, but maybe I'll take a little Eddie.
I give you all the credit for just sneaking an ad in there. When you go to sleep, do you sleep with anything on your face?
No, should I? Would that help?
No, I don't. But I do have and I'm not sure if they're a sponsor, but I use a Blissy pillow.
Oh. No, yeah, they're not a sponsor, but those are the good for your skin, right?
Yeah, Kelly Ripa taught me that one day. She was saying
personally, that, Kelly Ripa, your friend.
I was watching like all the people having my coffee, and they were on the Today Show too, though, and it's supposed to help like eliminate like creases and all the whatever. But I don't know. I go to sleep too. I don't.
What color is your Blissy pillowcase?
Well, it's the closest to white that they have because my bedding is mainly white. So
okay, and is it washable or is it hand wash?
Well, there's a little bit of story to that. So I didn't read the instructions with my first Blissy, and no, come to find out, they prefer you to hand wash it.
Oh, see, I'm out on hand washing.
Yeah.
If any dish or any like clothing item or pillowcase is hand wash only, I'm fucking out. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think I'll take the wrinkles.
I would love to see a show where you have to live in like the 1800s.
Oh, like naked and afraid, but not naked, but afraid because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah. You're like, you're sewing your clothes, you're cooking over a fire, you're getting to the, General Mills store on a horse. Like, I would pay to watch that. They should do that with celebrities. Like, I'm a celebrity, and now I live on Little House on the Prairie.
You are a celebrity, and I think you should go on that show.
Huge
I think
star.
We should pitch it.
Yeah.
Be like, Hank is the first one that we need on this show. All right. With that being said, though, we got to wrap this up because we tend to always go over. One time a week with us is not enough when it comes to like catching up. It's just not enough. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. Remember to rate 5 stars. Leave comments, criticisms. We'll take it all. And yeah, I guess from Blake Lively will not be in Hank's prayers tonight, but the whole thing will be fine, I guess. And you know what else will be in my prayers is just patience and to stay calm or attempt to through this whole period until things get figured out. So with that, we're going to sign off. Have a splash.
Make a splash, y'all.
Oh, I'm going to be having a fuck ton of splashes. Let's go.